Hello, guys, and welcome to Alton Inn. Yeah, sorry, my mic arm is kind of short, so I have to kind of. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I've recently struggled. Well, I've not necessarily struggled, but it's something that has really um, make my brain work for like the past year or so. Okay, so this is gonna be what the difference between the top 0.1% on Twitch is compared to everyone else. Literally everyone else. Okay. Um, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this is messy. By the way, I just got food. I got some water, and I will try to make this as on point as possible. Oh gosh. Okay. But anyways, I looked at the differences between the top percent streamers and everyone else, and I always wondered why isn't anyone else doing something similar, and I think I figured it out. It's not a it's not an impressive answer as you may think. It's I'm gonna keep you guys short, and I will say, well, the main issue is the mindset and mentality, and I will start talking more in depth into this for those that wish to learn more about it. Yeah. Okay. So I have spent a day thinking about this, and I posted well, I asked Reddit about this about a day ago. So it's been there for a day. I asked Reddit and was like, yeah. So I realized that I can influence literally anyone to take action into like their own content. You know, they had to do it themselves. So I wondered. I wanted to get somewhat into the mind of everyone else except the top 1%, and try to see if, based on their answer, I could figure out where the issue is and stuff like that. So hold on, I need my trusty old tab open here. Okay, so it's not gonna be anything gigantic as I said, but we're gonna look into this issue. So as mentioned in previous videos, I have many I have many years, at least about 5 years of mindset coaching on my back, or under my belt, or whatever you want to call it. So I find myself very qualified to talk about this, and I think it's important to talk about. And I hope this can inspire more creators in like the streaming Twitch space to do something about their content and streams. So I can list what I did with my own content, which I will be getting into, to make sure I am not getting into the same pitfalls as everyone else. So I asked Reddit what they thought. So, when you look at what the top 0.1% does differently, even Austin Show, which climbed quickly, they all make unique content and don't really play games. And let's check this box off first. There's a clip that I posted on good old Twitter. I'm gonna see if we can get this clip in front of you guys, if I can find it. Da 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 da. Give me a second to scroll through. Give me a second to scroll through this stuff. there is a lot of just loads of tweets, and that's way too old. It's not that old. It's from what is it from recently? It probably is. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's jump into it. So let's
So
watch
yesterday
this.
I had a sponsorship with Chance. I had 22K views.
That's
I
pog.
switched over to Naraka. It went down to 5
That sucks.
instantly.
People don't watch games anymore on Twitch.
Right? They don't.
Games are dead. This is no longer a gaming platform.
I know, and it's like all the people that get like good views like watching games are like all the old streamers who have built the audience over 45 years.
True.
So it's like it's just too hard, you know. It's just too hard. But
Okay, awesome. Now that we have built some authority, even with the top 0.1% saying that you can't play games anymore, um, that backs up this argument. And if you look at Austin's show, he doesn't do any sort of like games. He doesn't play games at all. And if he do, it's he did Flight Sim once ages ago, where he acted out a character and kind of like really immersed himself in the role playing. Yeah. So I wanted to show you that, guys, what I meant by that. And if you look at Austin's show, he also, when he does level host, it's really low budget actually. If you think about it, it's literally a Zoom call in a Discord. It's Discord and Zoom being used, which both is free. You know, the content really doesn't cost anything to produce or make. Basically, well, it doesn't even cost anything because people are literally joining the show for free. So he doesn't have to pay for actors to appear on the show, which is wow. So let that sink in for a moment. And I want you as a creator to think more, not necessarily, oh no, I can't afford to put loads of money into the production, because you don't have to necessarily. Okay. So let's talk about what content, since we're already been talking about Austin's show. So what kind of content might you ask? You have shows like Miss Kids School, Ludwig with Mogul Money, and all sorts of podcasts with Miss and Pokemon, to just mention at least one. You have the Scuffed podcast and so on, you know. Then you have like other types of content, which could be like shit camp and so on. There's so unique content to look at and pull forward, so I'm not gonna start pulling out a big fat list of stuff. But I wanted to address this because it makes such a huge difference from just playing games. And if you look at Miskiff, and the majority of the OTK members, which literally all have between 5 to 20k when they're streaming. Sven, I think, is moving towards like 7, closer to 10k at the moment. Yeah. So there's such a huge gap. So then, if you look at the shows and productions and whatnot, you know, you might be thinking like, oh, it's so much money, or it's such a waste of time to invest in making that sort of content when you don't have any sort of like exposure or audience or whatever to put it forward to. But that's where you are wrong. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, obviously, but when I say you are wrong, um, I'm saying that because when you stream, you have like a certain exposure, blah blah blah. You can actually pay to get recommended these days. Um, so if you have interesting content, you could pay to get recommended for like basically put your stream on the recommended tab for 3,000 people, and you would probably have like a third of those clicking in. So that means you would probably have like 300 clicking in, and then probably a third of that would enjoy the stream, which is like 100, you know. And then you would have your original audience on top of that, you know, and it would start growing based on just those 100 watching your stream for like a long periods of time. You know, you would probably get like a third follows of like the total 3K, which means they would get notifications and they would see whenever you are live on like the follow the channels tab, and they would eventually just tune in every now and then, you know, and they would watch your content. And by watching your content, they would place you higher up in the directory, which means you get more exposure. So then the question is, how do you make those people click on the recommended on your stream in the recommended tab? Well, the answer is simple. You need unique content. But what is unique content? Well, we have gone through that, so I'm not gonna do that again. But when you look at unique content, you need to have something no one else has. It could be a show. I have planned various of shows, and we're gonna go back to why those shows haven't happened yet. It's a simple explanation from it, and I want to read all the comments before we get into it. Okay, so continuing on, but then when you look at everyone else, uh, there simply isn't unique content, but people playing games only, and where many hardly engage with their chat. And this is something I have come across frequently. Whenever I'm trying to have a browse on Twitch to find streamer, well, small streamers like 10 to 100 ish, the most of them really doesn't engage with their chat or community, and they simply just play a game. Yeah. So many of those people will argue and say like, I don't care, I stream for fun, and that's fine. I have made a separate video about what you should do if you seek to grow your channel, and yeah, you guys check out that one if you want to do that, or if you're curious about that. So streaming for fun is nice, but when those people that are streaming for fun are engaging where they get upset or mad because they're not growing on the platform, it's simple because they are playing games. And yeah, we just proved that with the clip that I showed you in the beginning, that playing games doesn't work. It's not sustainable in the long term. Okay, moving on. What strikes me as odd is seeing we are literally millions of streamers. Let me real quick search up the statistics of monthly streamers. Twitch monthly streamers. Let's see. So Twitch has 9.2 million monthly active streamers. Okay. So let's do some quick maths. pull up the calculator. So we got 9.2 million streamers. Let's divide that by 100 and 0.1. That means 9,200 of those people are within the top 0.1%. That means that we got we got 9,190,800 people that are streaming with basically just pure gameplay, essentially. Okay. Now, that's insane. That's insane, guys. And there's so think about that number, and what's odd is that there's that many streamers, but when it comes down to collaborations, in the same way that the top 0% does, there's none at all, which really started to make my my brain work, and kind of like, why is there so many streamers and streaming on a monthly basis, but why is so few actually doing something about it, you know? Why is literally everyone just narrowing down to themselves and be like, I'm gonna play a game and I'm gonna play until I'm lucky and suddenly start growing? Actually, another example on a streamer that does really well is Just the Minx. Just the Minx do sort of like acting, which seems really real, or kind of just, yeah, a lot of kind of like quote unquote scripted stuff. It looks really scripted. It might be stand up and kind of like stuff like that. She also plays games and stuff like that, but that's not her main thing. You don't go to Just a Minx to watch her play a game, literally. So that's a good example. Yeah. So I want to know, why don't smaller streamers collaborate? This is something I've been wondering for ages, and I think I have the answer based on the response I got to the Reddit post. So my first couple of questions was, is it because the production is too expensive? So let's cover that one first. If it is because the production is too expensive, do they know that they can make a budget production where they don't need to throw loads of money or any money at it at all? Just look at Austin Show, which uses Discord and Zoom, which is both free. That's number one. Is it not enough time? So by that, do they? Is it the fact that they don't have time enough to collaborate? But then again, they do got time to stream, haven't they? So that means they should be able to locate some time to collaborate. I need a really, really white background. Hold on. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's the perfect white background. Now you can see my face better. Because lighting in this room is terrible, especially at night. Okay. So that was my first two questions. There is always a low budget way of doing it. It doesn't always need to be grand big with big investments, and this leads me to uh, people are seeing the top 0.1% doing all those big things. You know, they're dropping literally 50 grand on a shit camp. Literally. So why do they do that? Why do they spend so much money on something like that? Because number one, because they can. Because they can. That's why they do it. They didn't start off with loads of money to just chuck in uh, on big productions. They didn't take a loan to create the big production that they did either, you know? So that kind of justifies the fact that anyone could do a production with like the same unique content style of whatever, you know. It's just what I assume. Either it's one, a laziness, or they are scared, or there's something else going on. So I really, really, really tried to. Well, this is something I've been trying to figure out for quite a while. Um, so now let's go through some insight into the heads of those um, that answered this post. One wrote basically a long kind of like comment about the issue not being um, well that justified it with the fact that no, there wasn't uh, there wasn't much what do we call it, collaboration on Twitch at all, which is wrong. There's tons of it among the top 0.1%. So this guy has tried co-streaming with other streamers uh, and other players in non-turn based and non-structured gameplay. And his experience was finding a balance between talking to his chat and engaging with the collaboration. So let's just cover that one real quick, because I don't think it's the fact that he was struggling. I think it was more the fact that he didn't know how he was gonna do it, and he didn't structure the collaboration properly, if that makes sense. So here's some insight towards what he could have done to prepare for this collaboration. First of all, when you play a game, any game, doesn't matter what it is. It could be Counter Strike, it could be Hearthstone, it could be Monopoly, it could be whatever. You mute the mic when you talk to chat. You unmute the mic when you're engaging with the collaborators. Do you remember when I streamed New World the other day? It's a few days ago, a few weeks ago actually. Thinking about it, it was during launch, and I was in a Discord call with multiple people. I actively pressed I actively muted myself every single time I was interacting with chat, and the group of people would still talk over me while I was muted. I would turn them down, and we're all set. We're all good to go. Yeah, it's not that hard. It is doable. It's not that it's creating this hard whatever. Yeah, it's just about making the collaboration structured, which is kind of like, it seems like people that is smaller streamers really doesn't know how to collaborate. Really, that is the first impression I'm getting for now. But there's more to it. It's not only the fact that most probably doesn't know how to collaborate. It's more. It's more. One guy is actually agreeing with this, which was really impressive because it confirmed to me that that there's not that much collaboration going on after all, as people claim to do. Okay. So here's the comment. I mentioned this actually during the introduction into all of this. He writes, "It'd be a shame to put time and money into something for no viewers or exposures. Collaboration works at lower streamer tiers, but it won't work the same way as top tier streamers. The political niche collabs well. I'm sure other niches could work too." Now, it really depends on this because you have, you can collaborate with literally anyone, and do anything, but you need to make sure that you have a structured collaboration. Now, it would be a shame to put time and money into something for no viewers or exposure. I think that seems like um, people are more people that have that mindset that, oh, I can't do collaborations because I'm wasting money and time or whatever for nothing, literally. Well, let's put it this way. When you're streaming, you're already wasting time, especially if you're starting streaming and have no viewers. You have no viewers, you have no exposure, you're wasting time playing a game. What should you do? Well, first of all, you can make a goal with your stream to ensure that you are using your time efficiently and that it's not a waste of time, regardless if you have viewers or not. This could be like, okay, today I'm gonna make this YouTube video, and then you go live and you make the YouTube video live on stream. Then you download the stream, you edit it, clip it and ship it to YouTube, and you have a YouTube video. And from the same content from your stream, you could go on TikTok, you could go on Twitter, whatever, and you have that huge gap of diversity based on one chunk of content. This is something literally every content creator knows, especially if you ask a content creator, they would say like, oh, diversify, make YouTube, make TikToks and whatever, social media, yay, woo. But then they think collaborating is a waste of time, which is a shame, and you don't have to spend money on it. I will refer back to Awesome Show on this. Discord and Zoom doesn't cost you anything at all, and yeah, it's great, cool. You got a collaboration. uh, that's what I got to say about that one. Onwards, we have one that actually said, "True, I also see collab streams from indie streamers, but most are when they play co-op games, which is fair." Then you have another guy. I'm not gonna mention any names or anything because I don't want to drag any names in the mud when I'm saying this. If you're curious about like the exact wording, go on Reddit. Yeah, okay. So next up, we have other streamers to collaborate by playing games together, just the same as anyone else squatting up with another streamer. They just have less recognition, which I think is not true. People are playing games together, but I am questioning this because is it a collaboration or is it friends playing games together? You know, what are the kind of dealio on that? And then you need to ask, what kind of collaboration is it? Is it because you need to remember that when you make content, you need to make it entertaining and you need to make it unique. So, what's unique about the collaboration? Is it just two streamers getting together to play a game, which we have shown the clip? It's not a long term, sustainable source of growing on Twitch. No, it's not. It's not. So is it then collaboration to for two streamers to play one game together and you know is it a collaboration or is it two friends hanging out? Uh Gray areas. I will let you judge. I don't think it's a collaboration unless it's a planned collaboration where they plan out how they are gonna do the collaboration unique. A good example of this is Ludwig and Miskiv. They did a collaboration quite a while back where they did uh, Mario. They played Super Mario 64, and they had a speedrun contest. They each muted on Discord, talked to chat during the speedrun. Then, when they was finished, they jumped back, unmuted, and they talked about the speedrun in itself. And then you had like a third party judge that kind of like, oh, cool, winner, blah, 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 and stuff like that. That's two guys playing games, again, playing a game, two streamers playing a game, but they're making it entertaining and making the content unique. Okay? Let's just get that settled and we've finished all the confusion, hopefully. Okay, moving on. Moving on. I'm trying to collaborate right now with people I've met, but so far I either don't have the time, the same games, or one of us is busy. And this is a fair comment because I know the struggles. I've tried several times to find people for my shows, which is hard. It's so hard. Anyways, he's trying to collaborate. Congratulations. But he basically he is too busy. He doesn't have time to collaborate, which is fair. They don't have time enough. But then I will revert back to my original post where I asked, they do stream, so if they have time to stream, why don't they have time to collaborate? Clearly, if they have time, let's say if you are going to the playground 2 hours each day, right? Then you get asked to build a sandcastle with another guy that's on the playground. Let me ask you this. The two people are collaborating, building the sandcastle. But you are showing up 2 hours a day for the playground or 2 hours a week to the playground. Okay? Then that means you have 2 hours each week to collaborate with the other guy that also shows up to the playground to build the sandcastle. Now, suddenly, if he goes away, you can still build the sandcastle on your own. Uh, Considering this guy is referring to wanting to collaborate with a game, he can still play any game alone. It's like if I'm playing Counter Strike, I could play that alone. I could play that with people, Uh, yeah, it's doable. It's doable. It wouldn't be as much fun, obviously, but it's doable. And it's kind of like, it seems like there's so many ridiculous excuses. Another thing is if both parties are too busy or the time zones are too different. So the collaboration is being harder to achieve. It's still achievable. It's just harder, and streamers need to put in effort, time, and dedication to make that happen. Yeah, if the, yeah, basically that's about it. If they are streaming X amount of hours during the week, when they are streaming from whatever to whatever, they can get in touch with people that stream on the same time as them and then collaborate and work with them on a collaboration, whatever that may be. Okay, that's about it. I love talking about Twitch and this kind of stuff. I love it. I find it so fascinating. So, to just before we are bending the because we're bent the half-hour mark, I need to wrap up. So the conclusion of all of this is really that streamers are too lazy. That's obviously number one. They are afraid, and I don't know if they want it enough, really. But there's no excuse to not collaborate. But there's something holding them back, and yeah, it's a shame. Anyways, that's the talk. I wanted to put some light on the fact that it's possible for streamers to collaborate and work together without yeah, yeah, you know, I've been talking about this for like the past half hour now. You know everything by now, hopefully. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about the topic, really. That's gonna be of more value to you guys. So, hopefully you like this sort of content or talk. I do got quite a few shows planned. So if you want to, if you want to take part in one of the shows, let me know. Let me know if you want to join me for a podcast or whatever. I have actually planned a podcast where basically I need a co-host that loves to talk about Twitch as much as I do, and love to look at all the case studies and stuff like that, and stuff. Yeah, just talk about Twitch in general, on a regular basis, obviously. And I got another project where I need guests because I really want to interview creators to just figure out what they are doing in terms of growing, and maybe we all can learn from that, hopefully. So if you are a creator that wants to join in as a guest, do let me know. I am currently building a guest list to hopefully at one point in time be able to make that happen. All I need is guests, pretty much. Yeah, and that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I am streaming on Twitch really rarely these days. I got uni and my energy is absolutely being drained. My social schedule is really busy. I know it's not a big excuse, and I'm not trying to hide it. I simply do not stream on Twitch that often, or as often as I wish. I am heavily into New World at the moment, and yeah, that's what I gotta say about it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave in the comments why people do not collaborate more. leave in the comments how you are collaborating with people. Yeah, do let me know, because this is really interesting. I'm really interested in getting to know more about this, and not only learn more about it, but kind of like get more in the head to those people that are collaborating. Yeah, that's what I have to say. If you last announcement, it's gonna be a loads of announcement towards the end. If you are content creators, I have been coaching my parents' business for about 5 years now. Within their mindset, we have discovered um, so many obstacles that we have um, managed to climb through, and pushed through. So I can definitely help you within mindset coaching if you want me to. Uh, so if you want to attend a session being live streamed and later put on YouTube for educational purposes, then do let me know. And hopefully that will conclude my announcements. It's something all of this is something I've been wanting to do for like a long time, but I just haven't had the people that are interested in it. And yeah, if you're interested, do let me know, and we can start having a chat. Okay, that concludes everything. I am rambling now at this point, and well, make sure to like to make the video get into the YouTube algorithm if you watch the entire thing, and make sure to head over to my Twitch, follow up on that, head over into the description and all the links and all of that stuff, and I will catch you guys in my next talk, hopefully, whatever that will be. I have plans coming. Well, I have planned stuff to be put in motion in late 2022. So be sure to follow up and stay tuned. I'm on Twitter as frequently as I can these days. So I love to hang out with you. If you got any questions, do let me know. Join our Discord, where you can ask me anything. I'm probably more active on Discord than anything else. So do let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next talk, whatever that may be. And I really hope you got some valuable content or value from this talk. Essentially, I'm really bad with words. I'm sorry. Okay, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next talk. I'm outies.